to another episode of Learn Italian with Songs. Today, as you can might notice from the title, what I have written next to me and everything else, we talk about Casa Mia by Ghali. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Alex, for the audio check. Very important. And yes, we talk about the Alien song. Why? Okay, first of all, Casa Mia literally translates as my home or house. As I said previously in other instances, casa in Italian can mean home but also house, because in Italian we don't really have these two different terms, this distinction, all right? I just slapped the microphone. And this was the entry song of Ghali for the 74th Sanremo Music Festival edition. So, like the 2024 edition, basically. And it ranked fourth. Of course, there was a lot of discussion about it, a lot of indignation. Same thing for what we said last time about Tuta Gold by Mahmood. And there was drama concerning this song. I'm getting there. Okay. First of all, what is the song about? Usually, there are cases where I tell you while we analyze the lyrics, but in this case, it is better to say it at the beginning before we start. Quoting one thing that Ghali said in one of the interviews, the text is a dialogue between me and an alien. Very important, this thing about the alien. We are going to talk about it in a few seconds. Who makes me notice how beautiful our planet is, and that despite the tragedies of the world, nature always fixes everything. Now, why we have this dialogue? Because this fictional alien represents the best part of Ghali, okay? His cautions, right? And this is very important for something we are going to see in the lyrics. Now, during the performances of the song, but generally during the whole 2024 Sanremo Music Festival, Ghali was accompanying himself with an alien, like an actual person in an animatronic anthropomorph alien that had the name Rich Ciolino. Okay, rich as in wealthy, and Ciolino, because it's a play on words with the Italian word ricciolino, which indicates a person with curly hairs with the suffix ino, masculine, which is used in a nickname way, like a way to express affection, okay? It's like saying little curly one, okay? So, that said, there was something that happened during Sanremo 2024 and caused a lot of drama, many articles, a lot of discussions, and some repercussions concerning this year festival 2025 edition. And we are going to talk about it. I'm going to just mention what happened, because I dedicated a whole video last year about the whole story. So I'm going to link you to I'm going to put the link to the video so you can have a clear idea of all the things that happen. That said, let's start to check out and to explain why this whole premise was important in the lyrics. We start with an intro, which we are going to find out is also the pre-chorus. Il prato è verde, più verde, più verde. The grass is greener, more green, more green. The grass is green, more green, more green. I know that in English, usually when the adjective is monosyllabic, you should use the greener, greenest form. But in this case, it's because I'm trying to show you the similarity with the construction in Italian. While in English you have this alternative when we talk about an adjective, a monosyllabic adjective. In Italian there's no such thing, so we always have to put più, more, and the adjective. So literally it is more green, even if in English should be greener. Now, this is a reference to an Italian idiomatic expression in general, which is l'erba del vicino è sempre più verde. Literally, the grass of the neighbor is always greener. It's the same concept of the very similar idiomatic expression in English, the grass is always greener on the other side. For those of you not knowing this expression, it means other people always seem to be in a better situation than you, although they may not be. So, that said, we have a repetition, sort of repetition, sempre più verde, with the chorus, the echo, sempre più verde, greener and greener, greener and greener. Literally in Italian it is always more green, but the meaning is greener and greener. E il cielo è blu, blu, blu. And the sky is blue, blue, blue. Molto più blu, ancora più blu. Much more blue, even more blue. Again, I didn't put bluer just to show just to try to communicate the Italian construction. Then we have the first verse, A, which is exactly to hey. However, the writing of this word in Italian is different due to phonetics needs. In Italian, in fact, the H is silent, so we put it in the middle, and we don't have the Y, since the Y is one of those foreign letter our alphabet took from English. And so, same thing, just different way of writing it. Ma che ci fai qui da queste parti? But, because colloquially speaking, in Italian we tend to start question with ma, okay? Literally it is but it is just a filling word, like, for example, like, those parts of the sentence or single words put there just because we are used to do it, but the meaning is not that important. So the meaning is, what are you doing here? Quanto resti e quando parti? How long are you staying and when are you leaving? Of course, from a certain point of view, here is Ghali having this dialogue with the alien Ricciolino. However, this is ironically also hinting at what xenophobic people tell to immigrants. As in, when do you go back home? When do you leave? Ci sarà tempo, dai, per salutarci. There will be time, come on, to say goodbye. dai is literally from the verb dare, okay? And it means you give. However, it is one of those expressions like come on. So it's just like come on is not to be taken literally, but is like to, I don't know, get the attention of the person you are talking to, or for example, to say don't worry and so on. Like it's a feeling word depending on changing the meaning according to the context. In this context is like there will be time, come on, to say goodbye, like don't worry about it. Non mi dire che ho fatto tardi. Don't tell me I was late. Siamo tutti zombie col telefono in mano. We are all zombies with phones in our hands. Sogni che si perdono in mare. Dreams that get lost at sea. Figli di un deserto lontano. Children of a distant desert. Zitti, non ne posso parlare. Shut up, I can talk about it. This is, of course, mainly keeping into consideration what it said in the second verse. This is a clear reference to the whole issue of migrants dying in the Mediterranean Sea, which is of course one of the main issues for Italy right now, because they don't receive the aid they need, so they end up dying while traveling. And there is a contrast between these last three lines and the first one, which is implying despite everyone coming from the same place, because the human beings all come from Africa as a continent. We were born all there. Some of us are dying in the sea, but we don't care because we are so absorbed by things happening on social media and internet in general. And then there is like a little bit of foreshadowing of what actually happened in Sanremo 2024. So like basically censorship. Ai miei figli cosa dirò? What will I say to my children? Benvenuti nel Truman Show. Welcome to the Truman Show. Truman Show is a very famous movie, and the concept of the movie is a man who's living his life, but actually everything happens in his life is fiction, and he's the only one not knowing that he's living in an artificial scenario. So probably this is hinting to a conflict between reality, artificiality, the need to be fake and hide problems. Non mi chiedere come sto. Don't ask me how I am. How do I feel? Vorrei andare via, però. I would like to go away, however, though. La strada non porta a casa. The road doesn't lead home. Se la tua casa non sai qual è. If you don't know which one is your home, like where you belong to. Then we have the pre-chorus, which is a repetition of the intro. Il prato è verde, più verde, più verde. The grass is green, more green, more green. Sempre più verde, sempre più verde. Greener and greener, greener and greener. E il cielo è blu, blu, blu. And the sky is blue, blue, blue. Molto più blu, ancora più blu. Much more blue, even more blue. Then we have the chorus. Non mi sento tanto bene, però. I don't feel so good, I don't feel very good, but. Sto già meglio se mi fai vedere. I feel already better if you show me il mondo come lo vedi tu. The world as you see it. And of course, let's keep in mind that this keeps being the conversation with the alien. Non mi serve un'astronave, lo so. I don't need a spaceship, I know. Casa mia o casa tua. My house, my home, or your house, your home. Che differenza c'è? Non c'è. What's the difference? There isn't. Ma quale casa mia? But which is my home? Ma quale casa tua? But which is your home? Ma quale casa mia? But which is my home? Dal cielo è uguale, giuro. From the sky, it's the same, I swear. Then we have the second verse. Mi manca la mia zona. I miss my area. Mi manca il mio quartiere. I miss my neighborhood, my block. Adesso c'è una sparatoria. Now there's a shooting. Baby, scappa via dal dance floor. Baby, run away from the dance floor. Sempre stessa storia. Same old story. Di alzare un polverone non mi va. I don't want to raise a fuss. It's funny because the meaning of the idiomatic expression is the same. However, in Italian, you don't say to raise a fuss. You literally say to raise a big dust. Okay? Polvere in Italian is dust. One is the accrescitive suffix, so is what we put at the end of the word to indicate that something is big, okay? So literally, polverone is a big cloud of dust, okay? As in a fuss, like to try to catch people attention. And here probably the part of the song that cause more drama and discussions. Ma come fate a dire, but how can you say, che qui è tutto normale, that everything is normal here, per tracciare un confine, to draw a border, con linee immaginarie bombardate un ospedale. With imaginary lines, you bomb a hospital. Per un pezzo di terra o per un pezzo di pane. For a piece of land or for a piece of bread. Non c'è mai pace. There's never peace. And now you might say, what is Ghali trying to say here? Perchance he's sustaining the movement Free Palestine? Perchance, perhaps. Well, for sure. And how do I know? Because of what happened on the scene, on the stage of Sanremo 2024. Yeah. Probably. And in fact, we don't have him to Sanremo this year, and I don't think it's a coincidence. And how can I be so sure? Well, because something very specific happened last year, 2024 Sanremo edition, on the stage of Sanremo. During the last night, where at the end of the of all performances, the final ranking is released, is decided at the end of his performance. Ghali did something very peculiar. You see, for the entirety of the festival, Ghali went around with Ricciolino. And Ricciolino also went around, like talking to people, taking pictures and whatnot. In fact, Ricciolino also have an Instagram account. You can check it out. I left the link in the description, and we could see all nice pictures of Ricciolino writing things like "Where are you, Ghali? I miss you," because he was doing his performances during Sanremo. So what everyone thought is like, okay, after the last performance, he's going to call on the stage Ricciolino because they want to say goodbye, like a little bit like Ricciolino, the alien, going back to his home. Because there was this whole thing like, oh yeah, right, Ghali is going around with the animatronics, the animatronic alien just because it's the marketing campaign of the to release the song. And then at certain point, Ricciolino comes on the stage after the last performance of Ghali, and Ricciolino starts to talk in the ear of Ghali, because we never saw Ricciolino speaking. Okay, also because I don't even think that the actor or the actress within the costume could speak, to be fair, because it's quite big. I should have a picture here. So like, this is the scene, okay, that happened on the Ariston. Okay, so you have to imagine this scene with Ricciolino whispering something in the ears of Ghali, and here I want to point out something that I already mentioned. I said that in this dialogue, which is the lyrics, the whole song, Ricciolino, the alien, represents the best part of Ghali, his conscience, as in what is right and what is wrong for a person. Keep this in mind, okay? You got it? The alien is representing the best part of Ghali, what is right for him to do. The alien whispers something in the ear of Ghali. Ghali stops for a second, and on the stage of the Ariston, he says, "Stop al genocidio," which literally translate as "stop the genocide," and I really don't think I have to explain what I'm talking about. And like, the Ariston was so close to explode. And like roar in the audience, like the host of Sanremo, like probably eating his own hands, the CEO of Rai, like starting to make calls, because we know whose side the Italian government takes in this whole matter. And in fact, what happened the day after and the days after Sanremo Music Festival is explained in the video I'm going to link to this one. So I really think I said everything I had to say about this central part of the song. Like, it was like what we hoped for, okay, last year. Incredibly so, this year all the political lyrics got banned from the festival. Ghali wasn't invited. Incredible. We are all very surprised, Pikachu face. So yeah, that's the story of the song at last year of Sanremo. Now back to the song. It ends. It ends with a repetition of the pre-chorus and the chorus. So, il prato è verde, più verde, più verde. The grass is green, greener, greener. Sempre più verde, greener and greener, greener and greener. E il cielo è blu, 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 and the sky is blue, 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 molto più blu, ancora più blu, much more blue, even more blue. Non mi sento tanto bene, però, I don't feel so good, but, sto già meglio se mi fai vedere, I feel already better if you show me, il mondo come lo vedi tu, the world as you see it. Non mi serve un'astronave, lo so, I don't need a spaceship, I know, casa mia o casa tua, my house or your house, che differenza c'è? Non c'è. What's the difference? There isn't. Ma quale casa mia? But which is my home? Ma quale casa tua? But which is your home? Ma quale casa mia? But which is my home? Dal cielo è uguale, giuro. From the sky it's the same, I swear. Right. So, what can I say? I said pretty much everything. Actually, many people last year wanted Ghali to win and to bring this to the Eurovision, because, as I said in several instances, the Sanremo Music Festival is the competition deciding the representative of Italy at Eurovision Music Contest. But he ranked fourth, and to be honest, I wasn't surprised, I have to say. I'm not surprised they banned political songs, lyrics from this year edition. Is it an hypocrisy? Yes, it is. I know that you will find some Italians telling you, oh, but actually Italian songs are love songs. No, guys, there's a whole part of the culture which is specifically using music to convey political messages, and it is historically and culturally important and fundamental. So denying that Italian songs are also political statements is bullshit. So, like, it doesn't even make sense to ban them from Sanremo. Sanremo always kinda tried to do that, always kinda failed to do that. And it simply doesn't make sense. Okay. It doesn't make sense, is not what Italian music is. And it doesn't make sense to cut away such an important part, also culturally speaking. Just because we want to do some more share, or not even, because, like, one of the reason why surely many people watch Sanremo Music Festival also because of Ghali. So it's not even about the share, it's clear, like, a political statement of the position of Italian government right now. It's just stupid. It doesn't make sense. We'll see how it is this year. We'll see if the management achieved the goal of keeping politics out of Sanremo. I really doubt it. And of course, we already have a great start. Like, we didn't even start because it starts like in 10 days. And we already have only 29 out of 30 participants, because one is, how can I say? a crime suspect concerning criminal associations. Long story, so he retired because he didn't want further drama and to respect the competition. We have one guy who got excluded from basically all concert of the end of the year because his texts are basically homophobic and sexist. And he's a rapper. Another one is involved in a several year type of drama with his wife, and also had a whole dissing, even if it shouldn't even be called like this because it's just ridiculous, with the guy I was talking before. And the drama with his wife resurfaced with incredible timing just before going to Sanremo. Incredible the chances of that. Then what do we have? The guy almost arrested. No, not arrested, by like under control. The two guys arguing and being sexist, homophobic, and whatnot between each other and against other people. Then we have another singer who got accused of copying a brand makeup line from another brand. Did I forget something? Probably there's something else. Anyway, it will probably be an interesting Sanremo, and it's already ridiculous as it is. That said, next week, while we wait for Sanremo, we are going to talk about the other song that caused a lot of discussion on pair with Casa Mia by Ghali. And whose singer also ended up excluded from this year competition, very incredibly so. And yeah, so see you next week. Of course, let me know in the comments what you think about this song, if you have any thoughts about what happened last year and what's going to happen this year at Sanremo Music Festival, and in general any thought you want to share is welcome. That said, grazie everyone for watching and arrivederci.